By analogy, tobacco. We have in the Framework Convention on Tobacco, Article 5.3, an article that recognizes there's an inherent conflict between the tobacco industry and public health.
Yes.
Right? They want to sell cigarettes and tobacco products more broadly, and that and health. There's no compromise. There's no middle ground there. It's just bad for health.
Bad for health.
And so the idea is that you create a space where you safeguard public health. And so you say you shouldn't be accepting gifts from them. You should, you safeguard this space. And so similarly, in terms of conflict of interest, yes, industry is a key partner.
Yes.
But at the end of the day, government needs to ensure that they safeguard the policy-making space where they as government are making the decision.
Yes.
And it's not a decision that is driven by industry's interests alone. And so, when the government, that's the function of government, right? Government balances competing interests.
Yes.
When I'm put in a position as health, I'm just health. When industry is put in a position as industry, they're just industry, right? And unfortunately, their interests are many times in conflict with that particular goal. And so you have to ensure that you safeguard it. And in this regard, it wasn't so much on conflict of interest per se, but similarly, I was really impressed earlier up in the front part warning label discussion when Minister Husbands, who has, as I said, Barbados has been a strong advocate of the front part warning labels from the beginning to its credit. And, she made the point, this is a health issue. I'm the Minister of Trade, but this is the health issue. I am going to be guided by health. And then work within the trade to manage what we need to manage. And so that is the idea, recognizing that as government, you have to make a call. You cannot be driven by an individual interest as government. And if it is that you have industry at the decision-making table, then that creates a problem. Because
and making those decisions.
Yeah, exactly, because then the decision is not going to be a decision, because necessarily then you're going to have to compromise. You're going to have to water it down, right? You're not going to be able to take a strong, hard health position because somebody at the table has an interest that's in conflict with what you're trying to pursue. So the idea is that, yes, consult, absolutely. Share information, consult, but there needs to be a stage at which you go where that is now a closed space. That is a space for the policymakers, but for government, for health in particular, to make that call.